That was so abrupt, wasn't it? I like dived down.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on our Dabble the Reaction page.
A brand new channel after reaching 100,000 subscribers on our travel. I don't know what I'm doing in this. Go it down. 100,000 subscribers on our travel page.
Still can't believe we have reached 100,000. So thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe
so
to this
much.
channel, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, message us, and Dabble Travel.
We did. Can I continue?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I just really wanted to do that.
We decided to make, or I say make, relaunch our reaction channel, but with a twist. It'll be reactions and so much more. We're talking cooking. We're talking reactions, obviously. We're talking topics, so talk topics. We're talking news topics.
And
we're talking languages.
I was going to say, we're talking special guests. We will be having
And
some
games.
guests and games.
Give us games
quizzes.
to try out, quizzes, all of this. We want to do it. We want to change it up a little bit. We don't want it to be just reactions.
We are changing the game.
Yeah, keeps us entertained during quarantine. Hopefully keeps you entertained.
We're quite enjoying doing these, so make sure if you have any suggestions that you comment below
Or
message us on Instagram. I'll do the transition again. At Double Travel.
nearly hit me. That transition nearly hit me.
Today someone recommended this to us again. This is another recommendation. How powerful is the Philippines? Before we get into it, what do you think it's going to talk about?
I don't know.
It could go either way. These videos have been going
they go into avenues that you don't always think of. I don't know, maybe it's going to be to do with wealth. It's obviously going to be to do with politics, tourism, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know what they're going to compare it to. In terms of history, the Philippines is quite unknown. We've watched quite a bit, but it's not really, doesn't stick out there with other places where you would know what is and isn't powerful.
Which
so I
is
don't
nice,
know.
so you learn something new along the way.
What ear are you? I always get confused with this.
I put this down, I can't stop
Yeah, you're really getting on my nerves.
Need on the flip. Right.
This video is a really short video. It's only 3 minutes and 52 seconds, but I'm hoping that we learn. I like to learn stuff at the minute. Ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Since 2012, the Philippines and China have gone head-to-head over the ownership of the Spratly Islands in the South China Sea. These islands are important stopover points along nautical shipping lines, and both countries have bolstered their...
I've never heard of the Spratly Islands.
Nor have I, and they don't look too far from...
I'm just
Palawan.
pausing it on here.
So Palawan, so you've got like Balabac there at the bottom. It's quite close to Balabac.
But they're not on the map.
They're not. You don't see...
Oh, you can't see the map. There's a map above us.
There's no Spratly Islands there.
So, if anything, China wouldn't have anything to do with them. It would be... That's Vietnam, right?
It's close to Vietnam.
It's closer to Vietnam.
Brunei, maybe.
Or Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely. But China, yeah.
China have just decided.
Navies in preparation for a fight over these territories. Recently, a Chinese Coast Guard vessel even reportedly used a water cannon on a Philippine fishing boat for operating.
Even though neither of them own them properly yet.
This got us thinking, could the Philippines actually defend itself against China? How powerful is the Philippines? Well, the Philippines has a geographically powerful position, both militarily and economically. Since the nation is essentially a collection of large and small islands, it has no shared land borders. This gives them a defensive edge against any possible attacks. Also, the Philippines happens to be almost exactly at the center of trade routes between many other large nations, namely China, Japan, and Australia. In addition to a profitable trade industry, the Philippines has a strong agricultural sector, and they are leading producers of coconuts, rice, and pineapples. They also have a growing retail and customer service industry with about 53% employed in the field. Companies in
the hotels now, there's so many hotels popping up. Where's that? Is that Boracay?
Yeah.
Although the Philippines isn't nearly as wealthy as some of its neighbors, the country is known for its rapid economic growth.
I actually heard this, that it's the most, economy-wise, it's got the fastest growing in Southeast Asia.
And that is crazy. It has been called an up-and-coming Asian tiger. So I don't really know how, with this, what are they going to say?
No, it's booming. Hopefully it keeps booming. I know at the moment nowhere's booming because of what's going on, but...
Asian tiger. With a GDP of $272 billion, the Philippines
could soon rival the bustling economy of
Singapore and Malaysia. The Philippines has a huge population with more than 100 million citizens. That's as if 3 times the population of Canada was stuffed inside the state of Arizona. The nation's capital, Manila,
Apart from
alone has
Manila,
almost
you don't really
13
notice
million
it, do you?
residents.
That
No.
it's that populated. Like you
No.
can go to places and you can drive for a fair amount of time and hardly see anyone.
Once you get
Especially
out
up
of
north.
Manila, I was going to say, once you get out of Manila, it's just vast land with
Yeah.
hardly anyone around.
But most people, I suppose, like most places, you stick to the city for work.
The city
is where
populated.
work is, isn't it?
But even on the islands, part of the island, like no part of the islands are ever busy, really, are they?
No, apart from like the centre,
Cebu, I suppose, again.
like even Bohol, it's not that busy as a whole unless you go to Tacloban, Cebu City, because you can go down to like Morwell and it's
Yeah,
not busy, but
exactly.
in the cities it's busy.
But
'cause
that's
of
the same
work.
with everywhere. It just so happens to be that the Philippines is so, what's the word?
So vast.
Yeah.
So many big cities on so many different islands.
Making it one of the largest megacities on the planet.
We knew
One of the
that.
most popular Filipino citizens is Manny Pacquiao.
I think we all know
Pacquiao
that.
grew up in poverty,
Obviously.
but went on to become a boxing icon and a dominating
And he does
force
so
in
much
pop
for them.
culture,
So
politics,
much.
and other sports. Although around 25% of the population still lives in poverty, Pacquiao is a huge source of inspiration for
So
many
true.
Filipinos. His upcoming fight against Floyd Mayweather is expected to captivate
Shame
the
he lost
entire
that.
country. Millions of fans will be
I didn't
tuning
even
in and
know.
rooting for Pacquiao in
It was
what's being
close.
called the fight of the century. In fact, the crime rate of the Philippines
I think there
has
was
been known to
I think
drop
during that fight
significantly.
actually, we watched it in the
Oh,
video, there wasn't
yeah.
one arrest in Manila.
Was it from 9 a.m. until
like a 6-hour
5
period.
p.m.
That's
or 4
crazy.
p.m. There was no crime and the police had nothing to do.
How is that possible?
That's crazy.
crazy.
But you would expect in any huge city like Manila is that there
There's
would
going to
at
be
least
crime.
be something.
There's going to be crime in any city.
During his boxing matches, the Philippines has a significant military, reportedly 220,000
We've seen
active
military
frontline personnel.
almost everywhere.
But their equipment remains outdated. Globally, the
Didn't know
country's
that.
military
No.
ranks 40th in the world.
It's not
Compared
that
to
bad.
China, with more than 2 million active soldiers and the second highest rate of expenditures on defense in the world, the Philippine Army appears lacking. However, the Philippines has a secret weapon, the United States. The two countries have had friendly diplomatic and economic relations
good.
since
So they've
World
always
War
got that
II,
backup.
and in
Yeah.
2014, both signed an enhanced
That's good.
defense cooperation
Didn't
agreement.
know
Such
this.
good
China
friends,
chooses
yeah.
to attack the Philippines over the Spratly Islands, the U.S. will step in.
Love that.
Therefore, by association, the Philippines is a moderately powerful nation.
So to answer the question before he continues,
So
then
the Philippines
yes.
could then be more powerful than China. Because if America get involved, and it's America and the Philippines, then Britain get involved, it's America, Philippines and Britain, then Australia get involved, and
Yeah. Then
Philippines
really,
they might be, yeah.
you're going to be fighting over a group of islands. Are they going to want to continue
No,
that?
it is a pretty pointless argument. Like, let everyone enjoy them islands. If
Exactly.
no one particularly owns them right now,
Let
can it
them
not just stay that
be.
way?
Yeah.
And it has a promising economic future.
It
If you want to
definitely
find
does.
out more about Manny Pacquiao, his big fight on May 2nd, and more about his
Well, we
political
already know
role
the
in the
outcome
country,
of that.
check
Yeah, let's
out
talk about
this
that.
video from our friends
I thought
at
they were going to
TYT Sports.
specify.
That's it. Just
What are
talking
you
about
expecting
Pacquiao.
to see?
I thought they were going to make it a bit more. They were going to answer the question.
Oh, we'll take your hair out. Yeah, so did I. But that was interesting. I like that part that I knew America and the Philippines were really close allies, but I didn't know
they
that
had
it'd be a
that.
fact that if China went to attack or start anything on the Philippines, America have got their back. So
What I
like
don't know or didn't get from that was whether if it was anything else, would America step in?
Yeah, I
Or
think
is
we
it
know-
only the
yeah.
Spratly Islands? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it'd be. I think any sort of act of war upon the Philippines, they get involved. Which
I'm
is good because of the
really-
agreement.
I'm
And I
really-
can't believe
Oh.
that they said the Philippines will catch up with Singapore.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, because that is a crazy fact.
That is
Singapore's so small;
unreal.
it's easy to be wealthy in such
Yes.
a small country. The Philippines is huge.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
That's
unreal,
crazy.
but it's good. They've got the fastest growing economy, as you said, your fact. So I would say they are pretty powerful.
Really powerful.
They're going to be extremely powerful. That if their economy still grows as much as it is growing now, then
And their positioning, they said, because of the positioning of the Philippines, you've got all them islands. Like, if there was a war, where do people go to? Where would people attack? Not that we want a war. There's not going to be a war, but like in hindsight, they're so spread out,
Yeah.
and their positioning is just great for trade, for defence,
so
for
then
everything.
it's needed, isn't it? Really?
Exactly. You need it. Especially, you never know in today's world what can happen and what
Exactly.
country falls out with what. But hopefully we don't get to any of that.
We're being so depressing.
No, exactly.
No,
They're powerful.
Philippines is very powerful.
Very powerful, which is good.
I love this video. So
Very
thank
different,
you.
yeah.
not anything I would have known.
Didn't know about dispute.
It's relatively old as well.
5 years old. So have they since
Have the facts
2005? How far has the Philippines economy improved? Let us know. Like,
I think there needs to be an updated one of these. I'd be really interested to watch that.
And does someone now own the Spratly Islands?
Yeah, I'm not going to Google it. So if you do know the answer,
comment below.
Let us know.
And comment below more suggestions of what you want to see, cooking, reactions.
we
keep repeating ourselves. News, topics,
anything that
games,
you want to see in this quarantine at the minute.
Comment below.
Do comment below so we can see. But yeah.
And thank you for all your suggestions. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe, drop us a like,
and keep on dabbling.